All right. It's that time. It's time for Beyond Sight and Sound. Let's do this.
Hey boys and girls, we are going to talk about S&W shooters and prospectors. What is S&W shooters and prospectors?
We at S&W Shooters and Prospectors help people find treasure.
Did you say treasure?
Yes, treasure. Just listen to this amazing review from our happy customer, Jackie Sparrow.
Chuck was shipshape and a pleasure to deal with. I was able to buy everything that I needed at prices that were shillings less than others. I found my 9 pieces of 8 in no time. Savvy?
I know you're asking yourself, why should I shop at S&W Shooter and Prospectors?
Chuck Smalley has over 45 years of metal detecting experience. He works with each customer one-on-one to customize their setup to match their skill level.
So if you always dreamt of being a pirate, contact Chuck at S&W Shooters and Prospectors and he'll dig up a great deal for you.
Eye patch and rum not included.
Caution. Please do not operate motor vehicles or power equipment while under the influence of this show. Listening to this show could cause side effects such as bouts of laughter, violent binges of cabin fever, and even dreams of silver and gold. Please be advised. Now that the fine print is out of the way, on with the show.
All right, the fine print's out of the way. It's time to roll with the show. We're back. We're live, I think. We're not visible, but we're live. Technology, you gotta love it. How's it going, Chuck?
Oh, it's going.
Well, maybe Chuck can't hear us.
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Okay, there he is.
Yeah.
There he is. Well, I can hear you, and so can the others. That's the important part. It's definitely the important part. I'm having to try and backtrack here a bit. Okay, moved around on me a bit. Okay, so he was there. Let's see if we can get him back. There he
I'm
is
here.
again. Okay. So
a little IT problem going on.
we were yeah, that's all right. We were talking Sunday that you had a rather nice coin that you had found.
Yeah.
And come to find out, it's nicer than what you thought it was. Backtrack. He's there.
Yeah, I'm still
Okay,
here.
you're there now, Chuck.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I did. It ended up being pretty nice.
We were talking Sunday. You thought you had a pretty nice point.
Okay, I'm having problems hearing you now.
Huh.
Yeah, you're fading in and out. I don't know if we're net problems or what's going on. Yeah, and even Lauren O'Reilly just said you're cutting in and out now, Josh.
Yeah, I don't know. Everything. Well, that could be because a lot of the stuff that I'm normally doing while the bumper's rolling, I'm having to backtrack and do now because we were dealing with IT problems.
Yeah.
But we'll see what happens. The audio should smooth out.
Okay. I hope so.
Oh.
Well, anyway, yes, I ended up
because on my end everything seems to be okay.
Okay. We'll see how it goes. We got a full house too, because you're going to draw for some prizes tonight.
Oh yeah, we've got a winner drawn, and hopefully.
Ooh. Well, we'll just have to wait and see, I guess. Who is it?
As a matter of fact, I think I saw our lucky winner in the chat already.
Oh, cool. Oh, that's got you all thinking,
just in case. Yeah, because now everybody's going, which one? Which one? Did I comment? I don't remember.
Well,
who knows?
Yep. But anyway,
this is how things go sometimes.
Yeah. Yep. So we got to roll down here. New comments. Comments aren't. My system's kind of being goofy here. I go to post something and it's not coming up. So if I can get that to work, man.
Interesting.
There it went. Okay. Yeah, it's sketchy. It's sketchy. I don't know why the camera's off. I haven't figured that out. So we'll work with that later. Because I can turn on.
Yeah, right? Yeah.
I'm adjusting to the new internet, Jason. On this week, they're hooking in the phone line too. And yeah, the sound is better. Frank, you didn't win that I know of, but none of us knows. Gonna have to wait, brother.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I just can't go throwing that information around all willy-nilly at the beginning of the show.
Now, Shannon Bortner says she sees me, but it's not showing on my screen. And it says there, everyone can see and hear you.
Well,
how many can see me? Yeah, Richard, it's the sun flares.
How many fingers does he have upright?
Richard says he can't.
Yeah. It's the great Facebook crash back again.
Yes. Solar election flares, according to Richard.
A Biden bomb.
Yeah. I'm just a black square with a white circle. Okay. Hey, Robert. Thank you. Well, anyway, let's move forward like the old days. So, yeah, I
Right.
ended up getting a pretty nice coin out of the deal. I picked off, it was covered with stuff, and it looked like a 3. Picked it off, it's a 2.
That's
So,
always nice when you can have that happen.
yeah, McLean just picked some stuff off. I didn't do any electrolysis. I don't want to do electrolysis on that one. It's too nice. And we just left.
No, not that one.
Not that one. No, that one come up pretty nice. So, yeah, 1872. They starting to book around. What was it? I just saw recently. If you got a very good around 100 and a quarter, up to a fine 12 at 165. So I got a nice one. I don't think I'd realize that, but I'd probably get $100 out of it.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, what if you had to throw a dart, take a stab at it, what do you think that coin would grade at?
Nah, it's fine 12 probably. Maybe a hair better, but not much. You still have, no matter what, on those Indians and brass and bronze and that in those fields, you still have environmental damage. EV tag. Yeah, Lauren, I'm not selling it right now. I've got a pretty good,
that's true. That's a very good point.
I got a pretty good collection of Indian heads out of all the way up from the beginning, the fatties, all the way through the 1870s, except for the 77. But I do have an 08S and I have a 1909S that I found. So I've done pretty well on the Indians.
You've done very well, I would say.
I got into a yard, and I'll tell you, it was down in Macomb, Illinois, and they built an addition onto the house. And I was finding some Wheaties and a couple 40s Mercs, and I'm thinking, this is pretty good. And I swung around out front, and there were 2 huge white pines, and really nice out in the front. And in around those white pines was like a gold mine of Indian heads, early wheats. One of the nicest 2-cent pieces I've ever found. I have it in there. I mean, literally just a light water and a soft cloth rubbed it off, and it's got, being in the pine needles, I think those white pines were 2 of the biggest I've ever seen. They live a long time and grow huge. And I got 3 1909 Lincoln cents. One's a VDB. I got an 09S. I got the 2-cent piece. And then on the outer edge, I dug an 1846 seated dime. And some other older coins were coming up. And actually, my nephew owns that place. And he was just astounded. And my grandnephew will get those coins out of that yard as he gets a little over. He's 11 now, or 12. So he's getting to the point in his life he may start appreciating those.
Right. Show respect for them.
Yeah.
So you had the 09 VDB, but not the 09S VDB?
No, I did not get an S. I got the 09S Indian there. It was okay. It was quite
still, and it sounds like they were coming out of the ground in pretty good shape.
And I have found that generally under pine trees, around pine trees, those type of areas that were there, the coins down in the pine needles do not get as much damage.
Fare well.
Yeah, they fare well in that mixture of soil. So I've only seen a couple people find 77s, and the one kid I sold a detector to, in the 3rd week he detected, he got an 1877 Indian down in central Illinois. So he did pretty well. Can you still hear me, folks? I think I
Did
lost.
he realize the significance of his find and how he's spoiled just getting into the hobby and hitting one like that right off the bat, basically?
Yeah. He sent a picture to me and I said, "You don't know what you got there, fella." He said, "What do you think it's worth?" And I told him in the condition at least 400 to 500. He showed it to a dealer in his area and they offered him 375 for it. And it would probably sell close to $500. Good. Everybody says they can hear me.
Wow.
Yeah. And the following week, he hit another field down there and came up with a 4
Good.
real. So,
Man,
pretty good
you guys
stretch.
just having all the luck.
Yes. He sent a picture of that to me. It's fully readable. And I'm sorry, I don't know all that much about reals and their mints and that kind of stuff, but it's a pretty nice coin. A lot of the reals I found are pretty wore down. You just read dates and things like that, except for I found a 1803. I did find it.
Usually they are very worn.
Yep, I did find an 1803. Big Nose Charlie. And that one's in pretty decent shape. And
There you go.
That was on the trail into Keokuk and out. That area where the Mormons traveled and all that. So I like that area. I found some pretty old stuff along that area.
Well, still, that one's a keeper for sure.
No, I got it. Yeah, it's here. There are certain things that I will part with and some that would be kind of tough to part with.
Right.
And that one was found with an E-track.
Oh, the Big Nose Charlie?
Yep.
That was an E-track.
Yeah. So they're out there. They're still out there. Hit the fields, do a little research, see if you can find the old trails heading west that feed across Illinois and into Missouri and Iowa. And you'll do pretty good. I wasn't far out of Nauvoo, Illinois when I found that. And that's down between Keokuk and Nauvoo. And back in that day, you could still go down and hunt in Nauvoo. Today, you can't.
Aha.
The Mormons literally bought everything around Nauvoo. And then they built another temple there, which is an exact replica of the one in Salt Lake City, except not quite as big.
And then they
bought all the land, and unless you're one of the clan, you ain't going to get a hunt.
Right. Yeah, you ain't getting on there.
Yep. Yeah,
well,
Richard.
That's unfortunate.
Yep. Then into Nebraska. You're correct. They're still looking for a load of lead bars that were cast by the Mormons and other things that they cast somewhere around the Keokuk area. Now, you wouldn't think too much of lead bars, but these are all
I don't know.
dated, and yeah, they have a Mormon stamp on them. And there's been one that was found. What's the name of the town? A little further north, Nyota, I think it was. And he sold it for a pretty good chunk of money. $3,000-4,000 for a 5-pound ingot that was all counter stamped, because that came from the period of when Smith was still down there. So that's
right.
Some of the trails. Yeah. You get down through Missouri and get into that area and the Lewis and Clark group and all that down above St. Louis at St. Joe. St. Joe is a neat area to work around. That sounds good.
It would be.
Richard says the Mormon Trail is just north of them and the Oregon Trail is just south. There were 2 starts to the Oregon Trail, one down through the Midwest and one up on the Minnesota Canadian border. And they came together and verged together.
Well, it sounds like he's in a heck of a spot.
Yeah, Nebraska's got a lot of that history moving west from the great gold rush and the land rushes and things like that. And if you can research and get on some of those trails and nail down some of the stopovers, some people do pretty good on them. A lot of walking.
Yeah, it is a lot of walking, but I've heard of some of the people hunting that, and you get into the right spot, you're doing well for yourself.
And let's see, Steve P says Galena, Illinois was the leading lead producer in the world back in the day. Yes, it was. I lived the old road going by my house back in along the river is the original Galena Trail. And they'd haul lead down to below Rapid City, Illinois, and then load it on barges because they couldn't get through the rapids at Rapid City until a few years later they developed better boats and stuff, and they had what they called rapids pilots. And those guys stayed in Albany, Illinois, just to the north of me, about 4 miles. And the steamers would come down. They'd trade out pilots. Those guys would go down horse and wagon, and then these guys would run the rapids with the steamers coming south before they put the lock and dam system in the 20s and 30s up here.
Right. Interesting stuff, though.
Oh, yeah. There's a Mississippi River has the history of the country, literally the great trunk of the country.
Right?
Yep.
Looks like Kevin says his aunt in Polo, Illinois.
Yep.
Has a stagecoach stop way in the back of her property.
Cool.
Yeah.
And
I'm sure he wanted that.
Not so sure if that wasn't the Rock Island Dixon line, Kevin, because just outside Cordova here, about 5 miles between Cordova and Hillsdale, is a stop on that same stage line. And there's a book out on Illinois, Iowa, and if you ever see it, if you ever get a chance, you can look it up. It's called The Banditti of the Prairie. And this stuff occurred in the 1820s, 30s, 40s, and 50s. All the robberies and the bad guys, because at that time, this was the West. And it was just getting settled.
Right, yeah.
Yep. And they had their stagecoach lines and steamship and this kind of stuff coming up and down the river was developing, and it was starting to grow, but a lot of the people came here and settled in. And we know that Lincoln left out there in Ohio and came to Illinois as a kid, and a lot of them settled in around Champaign and north and west of there. So there's a lot of history down through that area, going through Missouri. This all predates the Civil War stuff. So a lot of history to go check out. And then it followed through northern Missouri and southern.
Absolutely. And it's surprising.
Yeah. It's pretty cool. I mean, there's a lot of history here, and there's so many things if you get inundated with it, notes and stuff that I had over the years, places to go,
And-
whatever.
And it's surprising too.
I think I'm losing you about a third of the time yet.
There you are. You're back again.
Yeah, we're cutting in and out for some reason. I don't know what's going on here. Must be those solar flares.
Yeah. That's all I can figure. I don't know what's going on.
No.
People, we've had so much activity that people have broke the show.
Yeah, Frank is saying we're clipping in and out, so I don't know what's going on the whole system.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure.
And, you know, it included Wisconsin, Minnesota, southeast Wisconsin. There were lead mines all over around up there, just above Galena, southwest, excuse me. And then predating that was all the trade by the fur trappers coming up and going up into what we call the boundary waters today. And they would come back to Prairie du Chien yearly for their big rendezvous. And Prairie du Chien's a pretty cool place to hunt too. Well, I lost you again. So I don't know what's going on.
You're back.
I'm back. You're back. We got something goofy going on with us.
Right.
I have to get off in a little while.
I don't know.
But I'll just turn it back over to you, listen to you, and we'll figure out who won.
Well, we can always do that too. I'm pretty sure I saw them in the chat. So they are listening live tonight.
Cool.
Or at least I think I did, unless they left.
Okay.
Oh. And I see they say that I'm dropping out, I think.
Yeah, he said, I'm reading on there, they're not losing me at all. You're the one dropping. I don't have a camera and you're dropping out. So,
well, we make a hell of a team then.
Yeah.
All right. Well, if
we'll limp through this,
I guess. Right. Okay. Well, we'll see what happens.
Okay.
We'll
You're
give it a
still there.
shot anyway.
Yep.
Yeah, it seems like it's smoothed out now, finally. I think. We'll see what happens. We'll run with it for a few minutes and see, and if it has, then we'll go ahead and announce the winner. Yep, I see they're saying they're still listening.
Okay, good.
And obviously, once again, the Silver Stack giveaway was courtesy of Mike Lacomette and Metal Detecting Central Illinois. So big thanks and shout out to Mike. If you're not a member of Metal Detecting Central Illinois, go over and check out the group. Would love to have you.
You got to join. That's all there is to it.
Yep. Mike has a great group over there, a very interactive group. Lots of member participation, and he's definitely got himself quite the fine team of moderators, too.
Yes. Yes, he does.
And Mike says we're both loud and clear on his end.
Good. Well, that's all they got to worry about.
I guess,
they don't see me.
Right. Yeah. Well, I got so many grow lights behind me right now, even if I was on camera, it'd look like a religious experience.
Oh, got them
Yeah.
blueberries, huh?
No, I got 150 tomato plants behind me.
Oh, well, it's getting to be that time. Today I spent the day behind the chainsaw that we had a big limb come down, and I just decided to wait it out till we got nice weather, and I was out chainsawing, and we got it to the point it's got to be cut about 20 feet in the air. I've got everything trimmed back. We picked up all the brush, cleaned all that up today, got that done. Now I'm just going to get somebody in a bucket truck with a chainsaw, and they can do the last cut.
Aha.
And so that was my morning, and then run over and I'm going to put Roku in, and I'm dropping Dish and I'm dropping Frontier this next coming week. So when Josh gets all back and around after all he's going to be working on, we'll be trying it out, and hopefully everything will work on that, and the TVs and the internet and everything will be up to snuff.
There you go. Yeah, I'm liable to be pretty busy the next couple of days filling out all sorts of paperwork and stuff like that. Plus, they've got an appointment for me at the end of the month, but they keep trying to get it bumped up to when I am going to be in Columbus, which makes for a very long day for me.
Mm-hmm.
But so far, they just can't hit that window. I talked with them for 10 minutes on the phone the other day, telling them, hey, I'll be there the 14th. You know, you can't miss me. I'm going to be a wallflower. I'll be around there so long. You're liable to think I'm a statue or something.
Well, Barb was oh, go ahead.
They've offered me they've given me appointment offers because they added me to the cancellation list. So they gave me an appointment offer for the 12th, and they've given me a couple for the 13th. But that does not mean anything for the 14th.
Aha!
So, yeah. It's you know, that's the way it goes. So I'm probably going to have I'll have the trip to Columbus this week, and then I'll probably have another trip to Columbus the end of the month. And the one at the end of the month is the one that's got me more on my haunches. They're kind of alarmed, but we'll see. We'll see how it goes.
Yep. Well, we'll keep you in the thoughts.
Yeah. I mean, this week it shouldn't be too bad. That one the end of the month, though, depending on where that goes, I'm definitely going to need to be kept in some thoughts. I'm going to go nuts. And looks like Jason says you'll love Roku.
I'm hoping so.
And it's not bad. I mean, that's what we use here.
You use Roku. Okay. Well, I was going to get Fire Stick, and then I read about Roku, and it's a simpler system to operate, and it's got a better range, and I'm not an Amazon fan. So
yeah, I know what you mean.
I mean, I know why people buy tons of stuff on Amazon. That's fine. But Amazon, it's kind of hurt the mom and pop places and the smaller stores, and even closed some larger stores down. So, you know, that haven't been able to keep up. So,
right. Yeah, exactly.
Old school.
It's all those advancements in technology basically are pushing some of the smaller and local businesses out. They just they can't keep up with that pace or anything. And unfortunately, a lot of people do like the aspect of shopping from the privacy of their own home, and then having it delivered right to their door.
Yep.
That's the way it goes. So.
And Ian reminds me Amazon has the top 10 detectors. I wonder who picks those.
Yeah.
We talked about that before, Josh. So
yeah, we have. We've talked about that before. That and you can try to Google for these articles, and the funny thing is you're going to find 6 different articles along those lines, and you're going to get 6 different sets of recommendations.
6? Oh, you get 600.
Yeah, exactly. And none of them seem to match up with the other ones, and they're all doing it based on the pretense that they're getting ad revenue, they're getting paid for click through on those links and things like that. It has nothing to do with the research that the people that wrote the article actually did.
Yeah. It's just like,
and any
I think we lost you. Yeah, we lost you for a little bit.
Huh?
One of those solar flares just hit.
I guess that's frustrating. We'll put it at that.
Yep.
I don't know, but at least we've got everybody hanging in there with us, wanting to know, hoping to find out who wins the silver stack. And I do see a number of names that did enter. Yep, I see it there. They say I'm cutting out. Shouldn't be, but we'll wait and see if maybe somebody will tell me when they are hearing clearly, and we'll go ahead and we'll get that winner announced. Uh-oh, Chuck just fell out. I don't know. Well, let's see what happens since let's see here. Let me see if he did fall out or what happened. Well, it says I can add him. Okay. Well.
Okay, you just put it back on. I don't know.
And see.
Things are goofy. Can you hear me? Hello.
Well, do what?
I said, can you hear me? Evidently not. Okay, Tom says he hears me.
No,
Phil asked if Tam's under the desk unplugging your mic. Yeah, Ian says they hear him. He's got me, Kevin. So
no, and I'm not using a voice activated mic. There may be some mild noise gates in place, but that has not changed from any of the previous episodes.
Ian says we're practicing for a Verizon commercial.
Right. Can you hear me now?
That's right. Robert says
now. Mike says he hears both of us.
Well, they ought to be getting a kick out of us. This is like early live TV. Nothing's working.
Right. It's like black and white, but different.
Yeah.
Okay, so we'll see. They said they heard us both.
Yeah. Ian says he's got me. They're hearing us. If it's just I'm trying to get it, so I'm trying to break down here when you announce the name, so you're still on. And Jason's warning us about the solar eclipse. Everything ought to be goofy then.
Oh yeah, the hotels around here are already completely booked. Completely. There's no place to go. They had mentioned that last year the solar eclipse that came through Ohio, which wasn't a total eclipse,
Mm-hmm.
when it ended in Warren County about 1:30 in the afternoon, traffic was still congested at 12:30 at night.
Wow.
And
Well,
this is a total eclipse. They're projecting that the population of our county is going to triple that weekend.
wow. I know all the way down through Texas and cutting back through Arkansas and up your way, you're on that loop. Everybody's going there to see the total eclipse. I got one of the guys, he's the president of the coin club down in Quad City, belongs to the treasure hunting club. And he had solar eclipse glasses you can wear, $2 a piece. So he was selling them.
Oh yeah.
And he is actually going down somewhere in Texas to watch that. He's a big astrology follower.
Oh yeah. Yeah, this is bringing people in from all over the world. And there's a city about 45 minutes northwest of us
Uh-huh.
that they somehow or another, somebody found a website and found out that they are the 11th best place to watch the eclipse in the country.
Wow.
And they're getting 7 seconds more of the eclipse than we are.
And they'll spend another $700 to get that extra 7 seconds.
Right. Yeah, they're coming in from all over the place. And it's a bad weekend for us anyway, because our hotels normally this time of the year are booked up because of the speedway.
Uh-huh.
But now we've got the eclipse on top of it. We've got they're doing a festival that weekend. It's just going to be crazy. I'm starting to wonder if we're not better off staying at home and watching the eclipse from the confines of our own yard. I mean,
Well,
it's not like we're going to get 3
probably
seconds
gonna
more
walk
by
out
going 8 blocks up the street.
put my special little $2 glasses on, look up and go, yep. And that's going to be about it. I enjoy more. We had that. I'm trying to remember the one comet a few years back. You could see it visibly very well with the naked eye. And that I enjoyed. Went out and checked that.
That wasn't Haley's, was it?
I think it was.
I see.
And there was another with a pair of binoculars. You could see it very well. Those I kind of like. They're kind of visitors from elsewhere. And neat stuff. But some of these guys are telling me they bought rooms down through Arkansas and stuff in those towns. Arkansas was like you guys. They're expecting 1 million visitors to watch this in their state.
Yeah, it's going to be just crazy.
Mm-hmm.
And then how this ties in is beyond me. But you know how, like a lot of times at fairs or anything, you've got the guys with chainsaws that do the wood carving. While this whole weekend event is going on, and the festival for the eclipse and all of that, there's going to be a group of wood carvers with chainsaws down at our fairgrounds carving a 30-foot tall Sasquatch.
Okay, how's that tie in?
Yeah, how does that tie in with a solar eclipse?
Yeah.
And it's going to be a permanent monument. We will have a 30-foot tall Sasquatch.
Yeah. Yeah. And Barb, you're right.
Ohio Relic Hunter's going to have to come down and get his picture taken with it.
Yeah, we'll have to get Kevin too. Squatch Brothers.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
come on. How many people can say they had their picture taken with Sasquatch?
Well, if you count Kevin, I
Well,
can't.
yeah, I was gonna say, actually, maybe I should
And
redirect
Jesse.
that question. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. I should redirect that because there are probably quite a few people that have. How many people can say they had their picture taken with a 30-foot tall Sasquatch?
There you go. That's better. Nope, can't say that.
I
Cut
mean,
during
granted,
the
when
solar eclipse.
yeah, granted, when I had my picture taken next to Jesse, I felt like he was 30 feet tall.
Yep.
He big boy, him and Kevin both.
ORH wants to know if it's a male or female Squatch.
It depends on if the carvers slip. How do you like that answer?
There you go. Neo Geo, buddy, I'm doing real well. How you doing? And Mike, he's got to go get his knees looked at by specialists now. They upgraded him.
Oh boy.
And Barb had to make a emergency run out to her shed to save all her I don't know if you caught that earlier when we were talking about your tomatoes. She had to go save all her plants out in the shed. I think they were mostly peppers because it's going to 28 degrees and she doesn't have heat in the shed or in the hothouse.
Oh yeah, that's what we were kind of dealing with here last night and tonight. It's cold enough that I'm trying to do what I can to keep the peppers alive. I mean, we've got Serrano chilies, we've got Anaheim chilies, we've got jalapenos, we've got Emerald Giants, we've got banana peppers, we've got Cayenne Dragons, and then we've got for the people that are a little more brave of heart, we've got the Brazilian starfish, we've got the Apocalypse Scorpion, we've got the Carolina Reaper.
Yeah. Well, you got quite the thing. I'm going to step away for a minute. Wife hollered at me. I got to go get something for her. So it's all yours.
All right. Yeah, we got all those peppers and then a few more, and like Barb was saying, peppers they don't like the cold so well. They don't like the cold so well at all. And if you're well, I don't know, with Barb having the greenhouse, I don't know how she operates hers, but if you're trying to germinate peppers, especially the hot ones, they like to have heat and light. They like to be kept very comfortable. But yeah, gotta have them. Gotta have those hot peppers if you're gonna be making hot sauce and taco sauce and things like that. But they are some of these are some of these are pretty hot. They're definitely hotter than a jalapeno. I see Barb says I'm nuts. She must think those peppers are a little hot. Huh, jealous of the roster. Sounds like maybe Ian likes some peppers. Well, but yeah, another one is the jigsaw pepper, the Mad Hatter pepper. Uh, quite a few of them. They're something. We'll see how it turns out this year. Plus, we've been dealing with blueberries and all of that stuff. But those apocalypse scorpions, yeah, those will warm you up a little bit. Ian's a podhead. He likes that's pod, P-O-D, people. In case speech to text doesn't pick that up right, but he likes the peppers. He definitely likes the peppers. And I'm not real sure, Ian, it's a possibility. I haven't been able to find any clarification, but it's a possibility that the Apocalypse Scorpion is a cross between the Trinidad and the Reaper. And the Reaper has went on to be crossed with other peppers. They actually recently they crossed it with the Pepper X, and that's no joke. That's the name of it, Pepper X. It's a hot one, and made the Apollo pepper. And I guess rightfully named because they say if you want to try and eat an Apollo pepper, you may want to have medical personnel on standby. That's how hot that thing is. And right now you can only get it in a diluted form of hot sauce.
It stands to reason that certain things that get that hot that'll blister or drop you for eating it.
You probably shouldn't eat it.
Yeah. Literally, we have had people eat like those ghost peppers.
Oh, yeah, I've had the ghost peppers.
Get rather ill immediately. Kids got old.
Yeah. All joking aside.
What the heck?
Yeah, all joking aside, the ghost pepper is not meant for everyone. That's not for the faint of heart.
Nope. So what?
Maybe we should announce.
What all you giving away?
Chuck.
Run that by us again. What all's in this silver stack?
It is a Morgan silver dollar, a Walker half, a silver Washington quarter.
Nice.
And a Mercury dime.
Yeah.
4 pieces of silver.
Nice. And all through Michael Aquamet.
And Metal Detecting Central Illinois, yes.
Got it. MDCI.
And that's quite a nice stack of silver, especially when
it is.
Silver is kind of tough to get a hold of at a decent price right now. It really is.
With the prices, I don't know if you follow it. I follow it pretty close. Gold and silver. And the gold is kind of dragging silver in behind it, but not enough. Gold at $2,200 plus. Yeah, and silver's touching around 25 again. So, hey, that's a nice win. Whoever wins it.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely it is. I mean, that's nothing to shake a stick at.
No. Nice. Very nice, Michael. Matt.
Yeah, it's very cool of him, and we definitely appreciate the very generous donation. And I see Bill Hayes, I think it was, is saying that the Ripper pepper is hotter than the ghost pepper. And the Reaper is hotter than the ghost, if I remember right. But the Reaper, a lot of people don't realize this, and you don't see it reflected necessarily on different seed websites or plant websites, but the Reaper has been dethroned as the world's hottest pepper back on August 23rd last year. It was debunked from the Guinness Book of World Records as the world's hottest pepper, and it was done so by the Pepper X, which was also created by the same gentleman that created the Reaper. And now with the Apollo, which was also created by the same gentleman, it has been shown that it's even hotter than the Pepper X or the Reaper. So somebody may be pass certifiable.
Dang.
but that's the way it goes. So I
Robert,
guess what we should do is do what?
Robert Dix on there says can't do hot anymore. I don't do hot much anymore either.
Oh.
Mild to medium.
Right. Maybe occasionally a jalapeno.
Yeah, they bring those chips in, those chip challenges. Some of my guys bring it in down at the station. Chief, try this. Nope. No.
Yeah.
I've
Nope,
actually
ain't
watched them
happening.
break out in sweats eating those things.
Oh yeah, absolutely. So, what do you say we announce the winner?
Yeah, we're gonna do that. We're getting to the last few minutes here.
Yeah, and we'll give a couple minutes to see if they're in the chat. I know I saw them earlier. Hopefully they still are.
Yeah, we got quite the crew.
And
some of them are being very quiet, and others are typing away there.
And if they are, then they just won themselves a nice silver stack. And if they're not, well, it'll suck, but I'll have to move on to the next name. So, if everybody's ready, the winner of the silver stack, and the comment I think said something like, I heard about this from Josh Kimmel, the silver stack chocolate chip projectile. So Phil Bortner, you are a winner.
Wow.
Everybody congratulate Phil on his win. I just saw his name in the chat, but it hasn't clicked with him yet. I see that he's there. There he is. Yep. He says, outstanding. And speaking of outstanding, Shannon made a rather nice find. She's got a half of a Bank of Ontario token.
Sweet.
What was those 1856, I want to say.
Upper Bank of Canada.
Yeah, there you go. Upper Bank of Canada token.
Those are neat.
Yeah, she did good. She did real good. That's one to be proud of for sure. And and Mike wants to know. Mike says he will address the envelope to Shannon? ?
Oh,
I'm not getting in the middle of that one.
No.
And we also want to make sure, because I see him in the chat too, if they haven't already, make sure and wish Tom Kingery a happy birthday.
Hey, Tom!
In here on his birthday and happy birthday to John Ramoska as well, even though he's not in tonight. So we've got happy birthdays. We've got congratulations going on. A lot of good things. It sounds like we're ending the show off on a good note.
Cool.
I do believe.
Yeah, it looks like you got to go back to beach for some silver there, Robert.
Right.
So I'm going to be backing out of here, and then we'll have to get together, figure out why my camera doesn't work.
Right. Yeah, exactly. And
lately you have not been dropped.
I still don't know. Good.
Yep.
And I still don't know. Probably not going to be live Wednesday because of just the sheer hassle the next day is going to be. So, but if that's the case, we will be back Sunday.
Good.
So, I guess, do you have anything else you'd like to add, Chuck?
Not a bit. Other than stay safe out there for me. Go out and find a bucket lister, post her up. ORH, there's no lens cap on that little bitty camera on my computer. So, no, I didn't have to. He asked a bunch of
All right. You.
So, good night. Thanks for having me. We'll talk to y'all later. Thanks, Josh. Bye-bye.
All right. You have a wonderful night, Chuck. Okay. So, I don't know what happened, what was causing the hiccup tonight. Hopefully that has seemed like things have been rolling smoothly here for the last 15 minutes or whatever. So, happy birthday to Tom. Happy birthday to John Ramoska, Illinois Metal Detecting Association. A big, huge thank you to Mike Lacquemette for the Silver Stack giveaway that we've done. A big congratulations to Phil on winning the Silver Stack. I know you're a frequent flyer, so Mike's probably already got Shannon's address. And kudos to Shannon, too, on the Upper Bank of Canada token, 1856, I believe it was. So, like Chuck says, get out there, try to dig a bucket lister if you can, post up something cool. Chuck made a nice find. Shannon made a nice find. And it sounds like somebody soon is going to make a nice mailbox find of a silver stack. Congratulations. Happy birthdays. Thanks to everyone for dropping in. Thanks to Mike for all he does. Check out Metal Detecting Central Illinois. Check out our friends over at DA, Can You Dig It, Jersey History Hunters, yada, yada. We're all over the place, too. Your favorite podcast distribution services, the Beyond Sight and Sound group, Beyond Sight and Sound page, PodBean, all over. But just a final reminder, Wednesday, probably not live. We'll see what happens. Sunday, we should be back, and then we could have some more program interruptions towards the end of the month. Other than that, hey, if you enjoyed it, throw us a like. Definitely. Check out Metal Detecting Central Illinois. Congrats once again. That's why we had everyone make the comment. It made things so much simpler. All I had to do was bring up the random comment picker and let the internet do the job. Have a wonderful evening, folks. We're out of here.
We sure are glad you found us here tonight. Thanks for dropping by and joining in. If you like metal detecting, treasure hunting, gold prospecting, or even entertaining discussion, check us out Wednesdays and Sundays, 8 p.m. Eastern, on your favorite podcast distribution services.